Hey guys, EBPMAN here. Now in today's video, we're going to take a look at brand new earbuds that are just about to hit the market. These are the NEOBUDS S from Edifier. They're active noise canceling, they have great battery life, and boy, do these have punch. Let's go ahead and check them out. Now in this video, we're going to be taking a deeper look at the NEOBUDS S, and we're going to do an EBPMAN style call quality and audio test, so make sure that you watch the entire video, and we're going to take a look at all the features, look and feel, and why you would want to consider these. So if you think about battery life, and this is the number one question I get from anyone who is considering earbuds, you're going to be able to get different battery experiences based on if you're using active noise canceling or not. So with active noise canceling on, it's rated to get 5.5 hours. And if you use the case, you could expect to get 16 total hours of usage. Now with active noise canceling off, then you're looking at 6 hours, and then you can add 25 with the case. So you're going to be able to get some really good battery life with these. Now if you happen to run out of power, 10 minutes, well with 10 minutes you can get an hour worth of usage. That is pretty good, right? Pop them in the case, you can charge them, and then you'll get that experience. Now, you have Bluetooth 5.2, and then you also have this hybrid active noise canceling, which works really, really well. You also then have ambient mode, and the ambient mode is going to allow you to hear what's going on around you. It's not going to be super hearing-like, but it does do a nice job of bringing in the audio by using the mics. Now, one of the things that also sets these apart is the fact that they have a game mode. The game mode is going to give you low latency gaming to give you a better gaming experience, especially as you're really focused on situational awareness, depending on the type of game that you're playing. Now, you also then have some 10mm drivers, 2 mics, and an IPX54 rating, so you can use these in the gym. Now in the box, you're going to have your NeoBuds, you're going to have a USB-C charging cable, a travel bag, and then a really, really nice assortment of ear tips. You can see all the ear tips you have here. And one power tip about ear tips, you don't always have to use the same size for every ear. So I typically hear sometimes, well, hey, you know what, the left earbud falls out, or the right earbud falls out. That's telling you that you need to change the ear tip for that earbud. You don't have to do them for both, just for one. So it's okay to mix and match based on your comfort for each individual ear, because each ear canal is going to be different. So you have lots of tips to choose from to get the best fit and also audio experience, because this contributes to the audio quality. Now the earbud case is pretty compact. It doesn't support wireless charging, but it does have a USB-C in the back. And what I do like about them is I love, love, love this LED here. Let me close this really quick so you can see what that looks like. Really bright LED, has some animation in it. And then you can see what your ear tips look like. Now these ear tips are going to stay in place. They're magnetically guided, so if we put them back in here, they lock in really nice. And then when it closes, you're going to know that they're charging. As soon as you take them out, they're going to turn on. We'll remove them, and you're going to see that they have kind of a similar design as to what we've seen with earbuds in the past, right? So the earbuds here are going to be almost, I would say almost like iPhone style, or the AirPod style. So they go in your ear, but the nice thing about these is that they go into your ear canal. So let me put this on so you can see it, right? So they actually go in really rather deeply, not deep to the point where you get uncomfortable, but as you can see here, they go in pretty nicely, and I get a really nice passive noise canceling experience. Now remember, these do have active noise canceling. When you turn them on, they do a fantastic job. They're actually really, really good when it comes to active noise canceling. But for those of you who are concerned about the look, these are very low profile. I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to turn to the left. And as you can see, these things are super, super duper slim. They almost disappear in your face. From a comfort perspective, for my ears, they feel well. I've been able to use these for an extended period of time without any problems, and they fit well. But I did adjust the tips to make sure I had the right tip experience. Now, these earbuds do have a lot of configurability, and as we take a look at these again, there are no physical buttons here that you would press, but there is tap, right? So you are able to tap and actually control how your earbud works, and it's all highly programmable and configurable inside of the app. So I just wanted to mention that as well. And you can see that you have mics, you have your charging points right here, and they claim to have some great noise canceling, or actually call quality, and we're going to see that in a couple seconds. From a noise canceling, they do a really good job, as I mentioned. Now, once again, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our audio test and call quality so you can see how they sound. But let's talk a little bit about at least the audio experience, and then we'll go into that test. Bass, mids, and highs are present. You do have some good music separation. The bass is thumpy, so you do feel it. And the one thing about it is that there is an Edifier app which I would highly recommend you install because you can get firmware upgrades when they're available. But then it also has an EQ that allows you to push things a little bit further. So you can have the standard audio or you can have an EQ modified audio. Right? Now, remember, these also have gaming mode. So you can actually lower or switch the gaming mode so that you can have a low latency experience. And that is also something that you can configure in the app. But the cool thing about it is that all these tap functions that you have on your left and your right, you can configure them to activate a lot of these features as well. So make sure you download the app, you configure it to fit your need, and then you should have a fantastic experience.
Like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments. Doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your color.
Now next we're going to do a call quality test of the NeoBuds S in a quiet environment. And as we can take a look at our decibel readings, around 27 to 28 decibels of noise. It's going to switch. Now this is what the call quality will sound like when making a phone call with the NeoBuds S in a quiet environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is a test. Next, let's add some wind to the environment. Now this is what the NeoBuds S would sound like with wind in the environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now we're in a much noisier environment. As you can see here, our decibel readings are much higher. Looking at anywhere between 38 to 79 decibels of noise. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to the NeoBuds S. We're going to stay quiet for a little bit. We'll see how much noise they cancel, and we'll continue with the audio test. It's going to switch. Now this is what the NeoBuds S sound like in a noisy environment. This is a test. 1, 2, 3. This is our test. Now we're continuing our test with the NeoBuds S, but this time with an infant crying in the background. This is what they would sound like with an infant crying in the background. Now, if you're wondering what they sound like with dogs in the background, this is what they would sound like with dogs in the background. Now, if the doorbell were ringing, this is what they would sound like with the doorbell ringing. So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next one.